Hey guys, what's up? I hope you're having a great day. Of course, welcome back to another Cars 3 diecast review. Today, we have something from the Disney store. Usually, I only review Mattel products, but this thing right here is pretty sweet, and the Disney store actually beat Mattel in getting out the fabulous Lightning McQueen, which is this McQueen right here with the cool blue retro paint job. Now, yes, I know, a couple eBay sellers have had the Mattel version of this McQueen available for sale, but they were kind of expensive, and I'm just going to wait for a lower price on Amazon or, of course, in a store, which I'm sure they'll hit stores relatively soon. But a lot of my local stores gotten so much stock for the debut of Cars 3 that kind of concerns me that it'll take forever for them to sell all of that before they get in, new stock. So I'm a little worried there, but we'll see what happens. Of course, if my stores don't get them in, I guess I'll just have to resort to online sellers, but that's not really a bad thing. Now, last week, I saw this item on DisneyStore.com and I was tempted to just buy it because I have this free shipping coupon and there were some sales going on and whatnot, but then I was like, well, let me just shoot up to my Disney store right now because I really want that as soon as possible. And sure enough, they had it, and then literally the next day on the website popped up this 2-pack with Fabulous McQueen and then Rust-Eze Cruz Ramirez, because this is Dinoco Cruz, who I don't really care about because I already have the Mattel version. It's cool, but I would have preferred the Rust-Eze version because Mattel definitely hasn't made that one just yet. Unfortunately, though, I already had this. The good thing, though, is that it comes with some pretty sweet accessories like a Piston Cup, some toolboxes, so I'm content with this, and obviously it's a big launcher versus just a 2-pack. And maybe I'll just wait for Mattel to release the Rust-Eze Cruz, but I might just have to break down and get that 2-pack with the Rust-Eze one from the Disney store just because it's so amazing. I can't believe Mattel has waited so long to release the best paint jobs from the movie. Obviously, Fabulous McQueen and Rust-Eze Cruz, but probably to avoid spoilers and whatnot. If they release them on May 1st, then everyone would be like, whoa, what's going on here? We can kind of jump to some conclusions before the movie. But anyway, let's dive right into the review of this set. It retails for $20 here in the USA. As you can see on the little tag here, in Canada, it's apparently $25 or whatever the currency is up there, Canadian dollars. And you can kind of see a little instruction or guide, I don't know, content list or content list, I should say. You have Cruz Ramirez, Fabulous Lightning McQueen. Okay, this is just so stupid. Can you believe it, guys? They didn't even capitalize Lightning. The L in Lightning should be capitalized because it's a name that is awful. I ran into a problem like this last week in real life where something at my job, someone's name was not capitalized, and it was just how does that even happen? It's a name, it should be automatic to be capitalized. So it's kind of disappointing there, but you can see the toolboxes, Piston Cup, and the launcher and how they're launching out there. You can see those are the contents. I think that would be, what is that? That's gotta be French. And then a bunch of other languages over there. Some more on the back. More Disney Store logo there. And the nice Cars 3 logo. Very simple and elegant with launcher set. So this is technically a launcher set. Oh, I was going to bust that out, but I guess that's not going to happen. I guess I'm a little weaker than I thought. But anyway, it says right here, launch your car into the action. And then it says that in French. 8 pieces included, so I guess the 2 cars, then you have the Piston Cup, 3, 2 toolboxes, that's 5, 2 launcher pieces, 7, and then the launcher itself would be 8. I guess that's what they're figuring. I like the Lightyear tire there, and it's like a carrying case too. It's got this handle so you can carry it like this. Really cool. Nothing on the back. It just kind of shows you more instructions, so how to tap open the case so you can get the cars out, and then how to launch them. So we're going to tear this off and open this up. I cannot wait. I've been so badly wanting a Fabulous Lightning McQueen of any form. I was tempted to get one of the bigger scale die-cast, or not die-cast, but plastic toys of it, just because like it's such a cool paint job. All right, so it said that you push down on here, and then this opens. That's nice. I like that. And you got some plastic casing for the two die-casts here. Let's see if we can get them out without issue. Nice. All right, so they're not screwed in or anything like a lot of Disney Store releases are. And if they're not screwed, then they're tied in. Looks like these are just kind of sitting in there with the plastic casing. Okay, there are 2 layers to it, and they're taped together. I don't want to cut. Alright guys, can you just focus on the back there? Look at Lightning McQueen Cruz. We'll be doing a comparison there in a moment. Got it! Alright, sweet. Here's Dinoco Cruz. And the beauty. Fabulous Lightning McQueen. Absolutely love this guy. Just a beautiful paint job. So glad that they included it in the movie. Alright, accessories. Let's just remove this. This should be easier to open, I would say. Yeah, much easier. Here are the little breakthrough barriers. Yeah, the toolboxes. I was really excited for these actually as well, because they make some really awesome displays. And the Piston Cup, of course. Wow, that's awesome. Man, it's like perfect scale as well. Have you guys seen the Jackson Storm and Lightning McQueen with piston cups from Toys R Us? I know people in Canada have found them, and in the United States they're available as well, but just not as readily because it's like some promotion. I went to my Toys R Us the other day to try to get them. Let's just say that I didn't find them. Man, that took forever there. I asked the employee, and they were like, I don't know. And they were like, all right, we'll go ask a manager. And they were like, I don't know. And so it took a while to actually figure it out. But yeah, let's just say I left there disappointed. But hopefully you guys were able to find the Piston Cup cars if you want. When I get them, I will review them, by the way. Just wanted to say that the Cars logo is like engraved into the plastic casing right here. And there's a Dinoco 51 sticker there. So it's a sticker. It's not engraved like the Cars logo. That would have been nice if it was. We're just going to set this back here. We'll do some launcher action later. I do not want to launch these because if I do, then they'll probably get chipped. And I obviously don't want that to happen. Disney Store cars are known to be a little bit more sensitive to that kind of stuff than Mattel releases, but maybe I'll put in like a substitute car that I don't care about. But let's start here with the review of the accessories. So here are the little like breakthrough barriers. So I assume that you set this up in like a distance from the launcher and then you see if the cars can break through. So what would happen would be just kind of like that. So, you know, pretty cool. I do kind of like it. Kind of nice for a display, but not as nice as the rest of the stuff here. Actually, let's just take a closer look. You have the like caution tape on the bottom there, red and white. Reminds me of Brand New Mater. Doesn't he have that like same caution tape on his bumper? Pretty cool. And it looks like this splits. I don't know, it looks like it's splitting. That's not good. See how it's like cracked right there? Oh, I just snapped it right back into place. Cool. Wait, are these supposed to separate? This one's coming apart. Like, it seems like you can break them apart. You know what? We're just going to put that back there. I don't want to screw anything up. But it looks like if you tried hard enough, you could separate, like, the two halves of them. Up next is the Piston Cup. It is entirely plastic. As you can see right there, hollow on the bottom. And the labels are stickers. The back one is peeling off a little bit, unfortunately. Let's see if we can get it back on. This is the thing about the Disney Store. The quality is never, like, A+, or not even like A or A- sometimes, so a little disappointed there, but it's a nice display piece. And of course, we do have some Piston Cups from Mattel. Here's probably the first one, I think, that was released with diecast. It was released with McQueen Dinoco McQueen, the King, Chick Hicks in 2009, so they were like 3 singles, and then again in 2010 with Lenticular Bling Bling Lightning McQueen as a chase. So that was like a really loaded release right there, but here's just an example. I like this one more because I think it might be a little bit more in scale. Well, obviously this matches the scale of the Disney Store, which is 143. This matches the scale of Mattel, which is 155. But I like the metallic gold, and Piston Cup's like engraved into the plastic. It's not a label, so it's a little bit harder to see, but I think it looks better. I just love the gold. And it says the winner's name, like Lightning McQueen Champion. So of course, for the other Piston Cup racers, it would have their corresponding names, like the King, Champion, or Chick Hicks Champion. By the way, guys, check out this amazing quality. Thanks to the iPhone 7 Plus, I'm actually able to focus in on that. Like, I never would have been able to do that before. So let's zoom back out. Boom! That's pretty cool. I like that. So that's one. There's a side-by-side comparison. I definitely like that look of the gold metallic. And then also from Mattel, which is a lot more recent, are the Piston Cups that were included with the San Diego Comic-Con Precision Series Dirt Track Fabulous Hudson Hornet. So here's the car. I reviewed him several months ago. It was a long time ago, actually. We're coming up on 1 year. So the link for that will be in the description below. It's one of my most popular videos. And it came with some Piston Cups. You could take them out. You just have to, remove that. And we're just going to, I don't like this. Let's see if we can get them out. All right. Take out the little stand first, the pedestal. And let's just plop out one here. Darn, I don't want to break this or anything. We might have to take out the plastic backing. Yeah, that's what we're going to have to do. Just such a nice display that I don't want to ruin it or anything. All right. Here we go. This should work out fine. Perfect. There we go. Now, this Piston Cup is bigger than the old Mattel one, which is kind of surprising. It is definitely pretty much the same size as the Disney Store version. This is obviously the best, obviously the best quality Piston Cup from Mattel or the Disney Store because it's the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and that's expensive and much better quality. So Piston Cup's engraved. You can see it much more visibly than on the just regular diecast from the King or Chick Hicks or whoever. And it's not a sticker like on the Disney Store version. And it says right there, let's zoom back in, Hudson Hornet Champion 1951. So the other two Piston Cups said the exact same thing, but with the corresponding years. So 1952 and then 1953. So we're going to plop that back in there. We're going to plop that back in there. And please go in there nicely. Gonna put the stand back in there. Perfect. We're just going to put that back there. Nice little display. So those are all the Piston Cups I have from Mattel. The Disney Store released a big Piston Cup previously last year in a 3-pack. Well, just sit down, please sit down. And it's in this 3-pack with the King, a Lightning McQueen, and Chick Hicks. And it's huge. Like you can see, it's way bigger than this little tiny Piston Cup right here. And it looks awesome. It looks probably like the best Piston Cup we've gotten just because it's so visible and looks just so amazing. But yeah, it's a little bit out of scale. I don't think they're that big. You get a pretty good image of them in the movie. When Chick Hicks gets it shot at him at the end of the movie, you can see that they're probably around this size. This size is pretty good. So I'll put a picture of that on the screen if I can remember, and then you guys can see that. So that was a lot of time on the Piston Cups there, but I wanted to give you guys a full comprehensive review. Now let's move on to the toolboxes here, which I wish they had actual wheels that rolled, but Mattel doesn't do that, so I don't really expect the Disney Store to either. But they're just nubs. Mattel actually puts black nubs and makes them look like wheels. The Disney Store did not do that. It looks like these are, they're stickers again as well. Also, the lines here are not painted silver like the toolboxes from Mattel. Let's see if I can grab one. Oh, they're behind me. Darn it, I forgot to pull one out. Dinoco, Piston Cup, and then you have Synergy, Combustor, and Carbon Cyber. So those are the contingency sponsors on all of the next generation racers. And you have Dinoco, of course, 51, blank, and 51 again. So kind of boring, especially from this side, but still I think it's pretty cool. If you look at it like that, it's pretty nice, or from the side. And it looks good next to Dinoco Cruz. Here you have Fabulous Lightning McQueen 95 with the old Piston Cup logo. to match Doc Hudson and everything, like that was on Doc originally. It's that logo right there. Very, very cool, but no more detailing. Pretty much the same, just with the new and corresponding decals. You know what? If you guys don't mind, I'm just going to stand up and grab the other toolbox from Mattel. I want to compare this with you guys, but it's up over yonder here. Ugh. I got it. I'm sorry if this review is a little less professional than normal, but like I always say, one solid flow cut is always the best over like a bunch of random ones, which is sometimes what happens, but I want to make this one kind of a flow. So you can see you have the silver lining, which they did not do. Those look like wheels. Those are nubs, pretty much. And you have the numbers on the side, blank on that side, but usually the toolboxes are not blank for Mattel. Usually they have another decal there, but this one for McQueen, just by chance, does not. It was one of the early ones, and then they put like a 95 on there, I think, or a lightning bolt, something along those lines. So they're nice, but they're not the best. Now let's get on to the review here of Dinoco Cruz from the Disney Store. I really do like this version, although like I said earlier, I would have preferred the Rust-Eze version. And so you have the Dinoco logo in metallic blue across the hood. I like the expression. They actually did a pretty good job. You know, the Disney Store is known for having some wacky eyes sometime. You have the blue metallic right there, Lightyear tires. You can see that they're like the new next gen Lightyear, so the text is very, very thin, but it does say Lightyear. Let's see if we can focus in on that. Bam! I love this focus. Dinoco 51, you have the contingency sponsors down there, Piston Cup, Carbon Cyber Synergy, and Combustor. They are very hard to see because it kind of all blends together in that gray coloring. I love the dinosaur, definitely my favorite thing about Dinoco. You have the gas cap right there, 51 on top along with the roof flaps. Then you have Dinoco on the spoiler, Dinoco on either end of the spoiler as well. On the back, you have the standard Dinoco logo that's on like all of the Dinoco racers. For example, here's Dinoco McQueen. You have 51 right there, and the rookie stripes. I like those yellow rookie stripes right there. Here's the base for anyone interested. It just says Disney/Pixar Made in China. Now let's compare this version from the Disney Store to the Mattel version right here. So you have the same decals all around. It looks like they're a little bit darker on the Disney Store version, a little bit more metallic as well, which I do like. It looks like the yellow is more metallic and darker as well. Similar expressions. On the side here, everything is pretty much the same. The contingency sponsors look to be a little bit more readable. Yeah, they are. I like that. Prefer that definitely over the Disney Store ones. But overall, they're pretty much the same. And I do like that Mattel actually does windows as a separate piece rather than just making them part of the body. It looks a little bit more realistic and accurate to the movie for the Mattel versions when they do that, in my opinion. Here are the tops. Of course, there is a variation of Cruz Ramirez that has the like darker or opaque back window with the yellow stripes, but I haven't opened. Actually, I did. I opened one of those, but it doesn't have the black outline. There's not one of those, and I chose the version with the black outline to compare today because the Disney Store version has the black outline. And here are the backs. They look pretty similar again, just like different colorings. And it looks like the taillights are just straight up red versus being a little bit darker on the Mattel version. So let me know in the comment section below which one is your favorite. I think I have to go with the Mattel version just because, you know, it looks more accurate, but I love the dark, you know, metallic coloring of the decals on the Disney Store version because I think that actually may look a little bit more accurate to the movie. Now let's move on to Fabulous Lightning McQueen. Man, this guy looks so amazing. Alright, so he has the blue coloring, and by the way, if you guys don't already know, he put on this paint job to honor Doc Hudson because Doc has a similar paint job, so you can see that right there. We'll do a little bit more in-depth comparison later on, but right now, I just want to focus on McQueen solely. So you have the Rust-Eze logo right there, then you have the bolts on either side. On this side, you have the red rims, which I like because it carries over from the original version of Lightning McQueen. With the black Lightyear tires, of course, Fabulous Lightning McQueen. I like how the seat is very small there compared to everything else. 95 on the back. On the top, you have 95 in each corner with the Lightning McQueen signature. Cool. Rust-Eze on the spoiler in yellow. There is the gas cap right there in silver. On this side, you have Rust-Eze. You have the Hornet logo to honor Doc again because that was on Doc himself. And then 95, and then just straight up for Doc Hudson, which is really emotional. I really do like that. Like this whole part of the movie, I'm not going to talk about the appearances for either of these two because it's spoilers, but I definitely loved what they did with it. Just amazing. So you have Rust-Eze right there as well. So very, very nice. It's pretty much it for him. Like just a very simple design. The expression is all right. I think they could have done a little bit better with it, but you know, all in all, it's nice. All right, now let's compare him to Doc Hudson. I don't have the Fabulous Hudson Hornet from the Disney store. I don't have any Doc Hudsons from the Disney store. I don't know how that happened, but I think these will suffice right here. So you have Rust-Eze, of course, that is new. Then Fabulous Hudson Hornet is pretty much the same as Fabulous Lightning McQueen. You have like the same font and everything. McQueen, like the last word is in yellow. It looks a little bit darker or a little bit different on the Mattel diecast for Doc, but that's just because, you know, two different companies, and maybe the Fabulous Doc Hudson from the Disney store would have a better matching color. But anyway, you have like Hornet right there. I like the red rims and how those match as well. The numbers are in the back here, like 95 versus 51. The roofs are very, very similar. Like you have 51 in all the corners there. Now you have 95 in all the corners. And the signatures in white. So Hudson Hornet versus Lightning McQueen. He does have the roof flaps up there, by the way. And moving on to the back, it's pretty different because of the fact that Doc doesn't have a spoiler, and so the decals have to be moved around a little bit, but you have the Hornet logo right there, which is exactly the same as on Doc Hudson, like I already showed. It's just a little bit darker. Yeah, it's actually lighter here on the Disney Store version, darker there. And the 95 and 4 Doc Hudson. So very, very cool, very, very sentimental. And here is the base, just the exhaust pipes and whatnot, compared to the Doc Hudson base. Very, very different though. So awesome, awesome stuff. Here is the Cars 3, just normal paint job for McQueen from the Disney store. Kind of wish they stuck with that expression actually, but I don't know. I like that they changed it. So very cool. They are the same model. Same rims. The rims are pretty much the only carryover. Like even the Rust-Eze logo, it lost everything except for the tacks. Like no Medicaid bumper ointment, no rear end formula, no circle, just the straight up tacks with the line beneath it. Very, very cool. Have you guys had a chance to see Cars 3 yet? I sure hope so because it's an amazing experience of a movie. It'll probably be my favorite movie of the year, and that's because I'm such a big Cars fan. Now I know for a lot of people who like Pixar movies and the Cars movies, they still may prefer other movies, but to me it's just like the best thing. Like I couldn't have asked for anything better. I mean, maybe I would have added a few things in or taken a few things out, but all in all, it's just like an amazing movie. I'm not kidding. I would not be kidding there. So here is the regular Cruz Ramirez from the Disney store. I reviewed her and the regular McQueen in a video previously. It was a 5-pack with Sterling and 2 Rust-Eze rookies, trainees, students, whatever you want to call them. Link for that will be in the description below. These two are different models because you have pretty much like racer versus just trainer. Alright, it is time now to check out that launcher. I'm a little scared. I'm going to have to find a diecast to use for that. But basically, let me just explain to you how it works before we test it out. So, first of all, you gotta flip down the doors. If you don't, then they're just going to go crashing in. That would not be fun. So you gotta pop open the case. Nice little, like, I don't know, suspension thing right there. I like that. Then you see these little two, like, I don't know what you call them, like boosters or the hitters. And then you gotta push those in so it looks like that. And then you set your car in there. Let's just put this guy in there for now. And you set them both in there like that. And then to launch them, you gotta press this gray thing back here, the silver push down tab. So it makes a pretty big noise. Like, get ready for this. I know, it's very sharp of a noise right there. And so, very, very cool. And now let's cut to some footage of the launching. So I tested it already with poor Dinoco Lightning McQueen, and it actually doesn't shoot out that fast at all, which is rather unfortunate if you want to play with it. But for the video purposes, it actually works because I'm going to use Fabulous McQueen and Dinoco Cruz Ramirez. Will this be a mistake? I swear, if like it actually shoots out super fast and like completely contradicts what I just tested, that would stink. But I cleared out a little space right here. I'll show you guys. There's like a bag. Yeah, it's kind of messy down there, but I have like a bunch of bags right here as like a cushion pillow. Now if it busts through the bag and falls off the table, that would be a disaster. But you know, fingers crossed, guys. Pray for me right now that that does not happen. So, just a couple tips. When you drive them in there, make sure that they're lined up like straight, because there's like a little wiggle room. So, if they're kind of like tilted to the right or the left, they may shoot out that way because of the wiggle room. So, I'll just show you guys. Let's jump in there real quick. So, yeah, make sure that they are straight. You don't want them to like curve out. Like, I don't want them to curve out and, you know, hit the spectators right here. Poor Lizzie, man, that would suck for her. But anyway, right here. Hopefully this is not a disaster. I'm a little scared, guys. All right, gotta press the gray silver button back here. I'll let you guys see that portion of it, and we'll see what happens. All right, let's actually, where should I put the camera? I really have no idea. Let me actually hold it in my left hand. And let's see if this is a good angle. All right, that's pretty good. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. Whew. That was close. They pushed the bags off the table, but they stopped just short of it. Wow, that was pretty amazing. It looks like Dinoco Cruz won the race just by a little smidge right there. So, wow, guys, that is entertainment. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're just going to do it once because I don't want to damage them or risk them actually going off the table. But wow, see, guys, you gotta take risks in your life, and that was definitely a risk, but I think it paid off. I think you guys will enjoy that. Looks like my Dinoco Cruz got a little chipped. No. I don't really care about Dinoco Cruz. As long as my McQueen is okay, then we're all okay. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to set these awesome cars up here. They actually kind of fit in nicely right there. Stay there. Awesome. And of course, we have the little toolboxes here that look great. You know what? We're just going to put them on the ground here so they can be right next to their toolboxes. We're going to put the Piston Cup right in the center, so for those of you who did not see the movie yet, it's not going to spoil anything. Piston Cup's in the middle. Could be for anyone. And you could use these crash barriers, but since like only one car would, you know, realistically hit them, I just decided not to use them. It'd just kind of be a distraction. But anyway, thank you guys so much again for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed this rather long video. I know it was kind of long, but I hope it was worth it. There was a lot to do. We had the accessories to take a look at, then review, compare, and obviously the launcher action, which was a lot of fun there. That was intense. So guys, I'll see you next time for another video. Bye now.